I spent the night with the Countess of Blackthorn Hall. I still have the scars. 3 perfect crescent-shaped marks on my collarbone, too deep for a dream, too precise for an accident. And I still dream about her mouth. It started as a dare. I was traveling through northern England, visiting obscure historical sites for a personal blog that barely anyone read. A friend from university messaged me about a place not found on most maps. Blackthorn Hall, an old manor hidden in the woods near the edge of Northumberland. Locals say it only appears to certain people. He joked, "If it does, spend the night. See what happens." I didn't expect to find anything. But there it was, just after sunset, an old Gothic-style mansion tucked behind black iron gates with stone gargoyles staring down from every ledge. The driveway was overgrown, the trees skeletal and looming, and yet the lights were on. As I approached, the heavy doors creaked open before I even knocked. A woman stood in the entryway. She was pale, elegant, and draped in black velvet that clung to her curves like it had been sewn directly onto her. Her lips were redder than seemed natural, her voice warm and rich like aged wine. "You've come a long way," she said, smiling like she already knew me. I was too caught off guard to ask how she knew why I was there. She beckoned me in without touching the door. The entry hall was massive, lit by dozens of wall sconces and a roaring fire in the parlor. The whole place smelled like dried roses and old wood. Time felt suspended. I don't remember taking off my coat or setting down my bag. One moment I was standing in the hall, and the next I was seated in a crimson chair, sipping something that tasted like honey and spice. She called herself Countess Lysandra Blackthorn, said she was the last of her line. When I asked how old the house was, she only smiled and said, "Old enough." I couldn't stop looking at her. The way she moved, slow and deliberate, like a dancer or a predator. Her eyes never blinked when they locked onto mine. She circled me like a cat. "You may have whatever you desire tonight," she whispered. "My lips, my bed, even my secrets. But only if you ask the right question." I laughed, trying to play it cool, but her words had weight. I felt drunk. Not on the wine on her. When she finally led me upstairs, I didn't resist. The bedroom was massive, lit only by flickering candlelight. A 4-poster bed dominated the center, draped in dark silk. I remember her fingers trailing down my chest, her lips on my throat. I remember how cold her skin was. But mostly, I remember the feeling, this gnawing wrongness growing inside me, like I just agreed to something I didn't understand. Then everything went black. I woke up to silence, no birds, no wind, just a faint dripping sound. My arms were spread above me, wrists bound in cold iron cuffs that bit into my skin. The silk sheets were gone. The bed was stripped to bare wood, the mattress thin and damp beneath me. The room was no longer warm. The fire was dead. The walls were cracked, the wallpaper peeling. Moonlight bled through a shattered window. And I wasn't alone. She was standing in the corner, still beautiful, still smiling, but wrong now. Too still. Her eyes gleamed silver in the dark, and her mouth, when she opened it, was filled with teeth that didn't belong in any human skull. "You asked for my secrets," she whispered. "Now you are one." I screamed for help, for mercy, for anything. But my voice echoed hollow through the halls. She came closer, slowly, and I could feel the air grow colder with each step. Her fingers brushed the bite on my shoulder fresh, aching, and I realized she'd already fed. "You're lucky," she said. "Most never make it this far. Most don't wake up." I begged her to let me go. "I swore I'd tell no one," she laughed. "You will tell someone, but they won't believe you. They never do." Then she leaned in and kissed me again, slow, soft, like a lover, and everything faded. I woke up in my car, parked on the side of an empty road, my keys in the ignition. No sign of Blackthorn Hall, no trees, no gate, Just an empty field and early morning light. At first, I thought I'd hallucinated everything, until I looked in the rearview mirror. The bite marks were still there, clean, deep, and impossibly precise. My wrists were bruised where the cuffs had held me, and tucked into the passenger seat was a single black rose tied with a velvet ribbon. I tried to forget. I deleted the photos I thought I took. I stopped blogging. But some nights, I still dream of her breath on my neck. And once, just once, I swear I saw her reflection in a shop window watching me, smiling, waiting.